So we are at the source of the Manawatu River, the headwaters. They start up, just up there in those hills. And we are at Ngā Moko. This is the Ngā Moko Whare. That comes from Ngā Moko Puna o Rongo Tau Tawhi, the name, and that's the name of the whole area. So it's the original name for Norsewood. And we are at Ngāti Rua Tōtara, Ngāti Maro, and Ngāti Rangitotohu hapu. So they're the three hapu that, and there's a few more, reside in this area. Yeah, but we're at the Ngā Moko Whare at the source of the Manawatu River. So Rongo Tau Tawhi was, it's been told by some of the elders of those hapu that his mokopuna are these two hills here on either side, and they were a male and a female. That's how the name supported, yeah, what the whole district ended up being called. So being at the source, obviously it's the first whare. Well, in the bigger picture, in the Manawatu River Leaders Forum and the Accord, the action plan that came out of that it started here. So it was a 5:30 blessing when the action plan came out on the actions that were going to get done over, I think it started with 5 years. And none of this planting was here then, it was just the road reserve. So the work that was done at that early stages, which I think is on that sign, is 2013. There was 4,500 plants planted here, and it was a collaboration of Horizons and the local district as well. But yeah, so it's the first whare in the project, and it'll be the first that people visit, being, well, maybe not the first, but it's a good place to start anyway. Well, I know because it's such a special place and it's such a significant area, the farmers along this stretch of road are aware of that, and over the years since the Manawatu River Accord came out, that there were funds available to support riparian planting and fencing, and the farmers all wanted to keep it a special place and to get all the excess sediment out before it got into the river. So mainly the plants that have been planted are flax. You would have seen lots of flax because they're dominant and you can see them a lot more. But all the little ones that when we have a walk down to the river afterwards, you'll see are all being specifically chosen for this area. All of the farms, and there's a farm in the middle that is just starting to do that work, so there's sort of a big lot of planting, and then there's a stretch, and then you come up closer and you have all of this. They'll probably do the same thing. They'll have specifically picked plants that are good for this area. We have lots of pests up here, so we have lots of deer and rabbit that come in, so the plants probably won't ever get that big because they come and nibble on the tops, and we spray them with animal repellent, which is not a chemical, it's just it's actually pig's blood or something like that because they don't like it. Yeah, it has been quite a challenge because it's so far away from town probably, but it's the maintenance and the ongoing work that this amount of plants requires. Like I think they left it for 5 years before they released them because of the animals. I think the biggest risk up here are the animals, are the deer and the rabbits, and the accessibility. It's not too bad now, it's a lot better than it used to be, but there's a really good community here that all bind together. Like we done planting here in May, end of May, and because of the really strong winds that come through here, probably about 300 of those plants got blown over by the wind. So one of the local farmers that came to the planting day came and staked them all. So there's a whole lot of new stakes that are in. So that's a really cool thing, and it's not just that farmer, there's other farmers, the ones along this road, and a wider network now that have become quite involved, and once you have that buy-in, it's good because you know that the area is going to be well looked after. Everyone working together, so it's not just sort of councils, it's the local groups, local farmers, local hapu. It does cost quite a lot for things like stakes, and so that's probably another challenge, is the costs of everything. Each whare has formed almost like a catchment care group or a community that cares group for the ongoing maintenance and management of each site. The one in Woodville that we'll go to later today has already got quite a strong structure in place, whereas these other whare are quite new, and so they need to find their footing and make plans, annual plans, and pool resources, including money. Well, so the initial planting here was 4,500, and then so 5 years later we've come back and done another 1,000 plants. Is probably because you have to do spot spraying prior, releasing the plants, and then if you're having a community planting day or you're getting contractors in, it's probably about a 5,000. So it's about 1,000 plants will equal about $5,000 in cost. Different when you have community people helping. So lots of the releasing that was done here was done when we planted this lot. So as we went, people were just releasing the plants. So it was quite good. That probably would have cost another $2,000. The connection to the river, the connection to the land, relationship building. So not just the physical, environmental impact that this has made. It's all those things. So bringing together the community to look after such a special place is, for here, I think has been a huge benefit. The planting, you can see as you get, and we do it with the testing, you can see the improvements that for the quality of the water. But yeah, definitely relationships and bringing together the community and bringing the people back to the river so they have somewhere to come to. And that was one of the goals of Tū Te Manawa, was to bring the people back to the river so that they had more of a hands-on responsibility with its cleanup, and they understood it more. It wasn't just let's clean up the river because it's dirty. It means a lot more now.